What if we took a group of girls who were just going into middle school and gave them all of the support, all the tools, all the training that they would need to accomplish a really big goal, the goal of completing a triathlon.
Some kids don't even know how to bike or swim before, but we all don't think we can complete the triathlon, but everyone completes it.
Girls that discover at a young age that they are capable of doing anything they set their minds to is what iTry is all about.
We provide everything that the girls need. We provide the caps and the goggles, and we have bikes that they train on and ride on for the race, everything they need. iTry supplies. It doesn't cost the families a penny. We had a group of 10 girls who just believed that we were going to create something magical. Built over the years. Till last year, we were in 11 schools in our 11th year. The coronavirus. It's been a critical moment, I know, for so many people. I think that the way iTry was able to pivot when we knew that our girls were going to need us more than ever, we really needed to think out of the box. So instead of a in-person triathlon this year, what we had to do, because that wasn't safe and that wasn't possible, we created a challenge instead based on triathlon. We were able to access Olympic athletes that came on board and helped us to train our girls. Katie Zafaris, who would have been going to this year's Olympics in Japan, she led them through the final seconds of their run, just as if it had been a real race.
I mean, it's given me something to look forward to every week. I was really bored, and I just got really excited when we did empowerment and fitness because I felt active and I felt like I was being productive.
The empowerment curriculum, which is separate from the physical training, taught them tools to cope with the challenges of being isolated at home with just their families and not seeing their friends and not being in school.
And all humans, no matter how old they are, who they are, what they do for a living, they fall down and we practice getting back up.
One of the things we really implemented this year too was meditation. After we had finished fitness, we would then do a guided meditation. So imagine being 11 or 12 years old. The pandemic has started. You're home. Your family is scared. Your dad's going to lose his job. Your grandmother is in the hospital. You feel helpless, absolutely helpless in all of this. What can I possibly do? And then you remember, oh, I have a job. What's your job? My job is to feel good. Why is it your job to feel good? Because when I feel good, it helps everybody around me. They constantly did whatever they could to feel good about themselves, to dream of what the world could possibly be like after this.
When you're happy, your light's bright, and when you're sad, your light's dim. And iTry's goal is to make your light as bright as possible, because when one light's bright, then everyone else's light gets bright.
Time with us, learning about iTry, doing some iTry-ish things, getting to know some of our board, our staff, our girls, our families, and a whole host of guests that are going to be making appearances today. We are blowing it out of the water. This morning I have our board co-chair Judi with me. We're at her beautiful house in Sag Harbor, which she has so graciously, as always, opened her heart and her home and her love for everything iTry to us. And so, Judi, thank you from the bottom of my heart for spending this day with me, as always, for giving us all of you to make iTry all that it can be. And I'm so grateful.
Well, I'm grateful to have met you. I'm grateful to be involved in iTry. iTry has been life-changing for me since I joined the iTry family. And I'm just so grateful to be a part of this incredible organization. And Theresa is our fearless leader who has taken us for the last 11 years on a really extraordinary journey of empowering young girls on the East End through the sport of triathlon. And I'm just blown away every time I think about everything that iTry has done in its 11 years of life, and blown away by what we have in store for our future. I'm so excited about our plans and how we're pivoting, and so many great things in our future.
It is extraordinary. It really is.
Yeah,
Just
it really
extraordinary.
is. Yeah.
And today is about giving and getting. So we are going to be providing lots of great content and lots of great ways for you to get a sense of what iTry is all about. But we have a really big goal. iTry has always been about dreaming big, feeling good on your way to get there. And Judi, are you feeling good today?
Yeah, feel great.
I am feeling so good, so good. So in iTry we talk about visualization. So I have visualized this day. I have been working on manifesting all of the people and the circumstances and the equipment. You behind the scenes, everybody, you don't even know what's going on to make this possible. It looks simple, but I mean there has been so much behind the scenes. When I proposed this idea, you know, a lot of nonprofits are doing virtual galas, right? But they go on for an hour and a half. I said, no, we're going to go live all day, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. And it's when I said that, I know my staff, my
We
board.
said, whoa, wait a minute.
Yep.
How are we going to fill up the day?
How are we going to do? Not, I mean, not how are we going to do that? But like, what's the technology involved in doing that, and all of that? And so I was lucky enough to Judi and I had connected with an incredible woman, Tia Green, who is amazing. Who you'll meet later. She doesn't know it, but we talked to her, and she didn't think my idea was too crazy. She said, I think we can do that, and she has been extraordinary in producing this entire day, start to finish. We brought on Bill, our tech guy. He's behind the scenes. We'll turn the camera on him at some point because none of this could happen as well. And then we have our staff here who is making everything work, and you'll get to meet them during the day too. So our goal, and with your help, I know because I've seen it. I've seen the champagne pop at the end of the night. Our goal is to raise $200,000 by 7 p.m. tonight. By 7 p.m. tonight, we will have raised over, I'm dreaming even bigger. I want to surpass that goal, $200,000. How do we do that? Well, our board has been amazing. So every one of our board members created their own fundraising page, and they have been reaching out to their friends, their families, their exes, anybody they've ever known, telling the story, telling about why they're passionate about iTry, what it's meant to them, and what it means to girls in our community, and right now in this moment, girls beyond our community, which is the biggest part of why it's so important that we're able to do what we're going to do today, because we have big dreams and goals. When iTry started, and you'll hear from some of those girls who started iTry with me today, they wanted iTry to go everywhere, to be anywhere that any girl who could benefit would have that opportunity. And I'm telling you, we're getting close to that, Judi, because during this week leading up to it, I've been doing lots of Instagram live conversations with people all over the country. And during those conversations, the comments are, why don't we have this in my town? Why isn't this in the UK? You know, so when people hear about it, you can't help but get excited and picture what it could mean for girls everywhere, right? Yeah. And that's the theme of this journey, right? This journey to $200,000 is what if. Hopefully you watched the video at the beginning of the day. It starts with what if, right? What if every girl could feel strong, capable, and brave? What if every girl felt loved and felt surrounded by a community that cared for her? What if you could be the catalyst that made a difference in a girl's life? And that's what we're asking for everyone to do today, to join us in this mission of bringing the joy and the love and the empowerment that is I Try. And it doesn't matter if you can give $5, if you can give $10,000, if you can give $100, whatever you give is great. And you can do that by texting. We're doing texting to give today. Look at us being so modern. So you can text the word "What If 2020" to 44321 anytime during today, and your donation will lead us to this $200,000 goal. A really good thing to know is that during the day, anyone who donates $100 or more will be entered into a raffle. So when you donate $100, we're going to shout out, "Oh my gosh, Joe from Michigan just donated $100. His name goes in the fishbowl." At the end of the night, during our cocktail hour, we're going to invite everybody back. 6:30, we're going to pull out 5 winners. Throughout the day, we'll be talking about these prizes. Our crew has gathered some amazing prizes. So like I said, when you give, you get, right? The more you give, the more you get. So we are not only asking you to give, but we have a lot to give to you as well. And so it's going to be just an amazing, amazing day. So Judi, why don't we talk a little bit about your own experience in triathlon and how that brought us together?
So I was thinking of moving out to the Hamptons 6 years ago, and a friend of mine said, "Oh, you have to meet Theresa Roden. She founded this incredible organization. I think you'll really enjoy meeting her and learning about what the program does." When I was going through a tough time in my life, somebody dared me to do a triathlon, and I said, "Okay, when was the last time I did something I'd never done before?" And I did it, and I wasn't an athlete, and when I crossed the finish line, it was totally life-changing for me. And so I understood immediately when you told me about the program and giving this incredible experience to young girls when they're at a very vulnerable age, 11, 12-year-old girls, I knew that it was a powerful program and I wanted to be involved. So when I moved out to the Hamptons, I reconnected with you and joined the board, and it's just been a joy and so inspiring to be a part of this organization. I'm so proud to tell people that I'm involved with this organization because it just it does something that no other organization that I know of accomplishes. And so I'm just thrilled and so proud to be a part of the organization, really.
Well.
And this woman is really, she's an inspiration to all of us. She dreams big. Nothing stops her. She has a vision of what can be, and she makes it happen. And nothing is too big. Nothing is too ambitious. And so far, everything has happened as you've visualized it. Yeah.
Right? You have to see it. You have to believe it. You have to make steps forward, but it can happen. And that's why I know we can never fail. We can never fail because that's what we teach the girls.
Yeah.
So if we're going to teach the girls that you deserve the best, and the only thing that ever stops you from achieving any of your goals is your own self-doubt, because you would not have the idea or the inspiration if it was not meant for you. You don't have the same dreams and goals as I do, right? So it's not like there's not enough. Whatever I can dream, I can bring into the world.
Yep.
But I can't sit in my bedroom and say, "Oh, I really wish I had, a new house," and poof, it's going to happen, right? I have to keep doing the steps, and I have to, not only visualize it, but do other things that mimic those things. So if I wanted to manifest a new house, maybe I start looking through real estate magazines and start picking out which kind of houses I like. Maybe I go for a tour of some houses.
Maybe you talk to your banker.
Maybe I talk to my banker. Exactly. If I had a banker, bankers out there, come talk to me because my income is constantly increasing. Always constantly increasing.
Always.
So that I could afford any house that I want. It's wonderful, but that's how it works. And so this is, when I can't say that with confidence if it's not true for me. So there are so many examples in my own life when that has been true. I tell the story to the girls and they think I'm crazy. And to remind me today, my daughter Abby will be on later on, and I'm going to make her tell this story, because when I tell it, people think I'm lying. But there was a time in our lives where we did not have very much money. Times were really, really tough. Abby was little. We were in Sag Harbor, and we were just walking down Main Street, and I kid you not, money started falling from the sky. Green dollars falling, and we both stopped, and we're like, what is going on? Where is this coming from? There was no one around. Money fell from the sky. And Abby and I go, well, let's pick it up. And we're picking it up and we're looking, because of course, if somebody had dropped the money, we would have returned it, but there was nobody around. We're like, oh my God, we counted it. There was like $120 that literally fell from the sky for us. So we went to the pizza place, had pizza, tipped really, really well. And the whole time we looked at each other and I go, see, the universe does provide. And I'm telling you, that's the universe will give you signs that, all of these things. So remind me to have her tell that story, because it's true. There's so many instances. So I can tell girls those kind of stories. When I tell them that I've lived through situations where there was no heat in my house, they connect with that, because so many of these girls are struggling, and they can't seem to, they only know what they know. Right. I was talking to one of the girls last night who, lives in a shared house. She can't, she was on the dance team at the high school. And right now they're doing it on Zoom. And you can do it if you have a space to dance. She loves dancing. She can't do that because she lives in a house where she's got a tiny little bedroom that she shares with her mother, and there's no room for her to dance. She can't use the living room, and it broke my heart. It's like the difference in opportunity is staggering. And yet, that's the girl who will make it if she believes that she can, right? And through iTry, we're able to expose her to so many different points of view, and for girls to realize it doesn't matter where you came from or whatever kind of limitations you think you have because of your circumstance now. If you can see better for yourself, if you can believe better for yourself, if you can dream it and work towards it and attract the people and take help when it comes, that's a hard one. To know you deserve it, that's a hard one. But once you do, once you know, I deserve to be happy, I deserve to have all the things that the world can provide. There's no difference between me and the girl who has her entire giant living room or dance studio who gets to do this. No, there's no difference. That the world is there for me, and I can achieve and I can manifest those things too. And so that's really what this is all about. That for every girl.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, just listening to you talk about the program and what it does, it's so moving to me, because it's true. These girls don't think that the world will provide for them because they grow up struggling, and they grow up in these environments where it's not evident. So learning that anything is possible, that you set your mind to, is really...
That's why I love bringing them here.
Yeah.
Look at this. Look at this.
You could have this.
You could have this too, or something else. But it's all possible. There is beauty. There is warmth. There are people who care about you.
Yeah.
And that's I think for the board too, and the staff, and when you guys get to interact with these girls and just see what an impact you're having, it's powerful, I would think.
Yes. It's to see somebody's transformation is just. It's so rewarding.
Yeah.
It's so rewarding. And it makes you want to do more.
Do more.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yep. So throughout the day today, we're going to have special guests and visitors come in and chat with us. I think, is Noemi here? Yes. Okay. So we're gonna have Judi pop out for a minute. You want to take your mic off?
Yep.
And then I'm going to introduce you to somebody really, really special in a second. I'll do a little commercial break while we're getting, why don't you go over and get Noemi mic'd up.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to say a really special thank you to Sagtown Coffee here in Sag Harbor, who donated coffee for us. And everybody who knows me knows how much I love coffee. So thank you very much. And these wonderful pastries, which I will get to eat at some point. Also, Estia's Kitchen donated also some pastries. And we're going to just party it up today here at Judy's house as we get those donations rolling in. Remember, text to give. What if 2020 to 44321? We want that number to come up. I don't know if I said it at the beginning, but we started today at $85,000. $85,000, right? Amazing. That was before the day even started. So as they keep coming in, we're going to be giving updates throughout the day. So amazing. Good morning. Hello, my best friend. Do you feel comfortable taking your mask off for a minute?
Yes.
We'll stay separated. Okay, everyone. So you're gonna look into that. Good. So this is my wonderful friend, sister, partner, mother. we share. She has shared her daughter with me. Thank you, for a long time. But this is Noemi Sanchez, who some of you who know iTry know Noemi for a long time. Noemi just did Mondays at Matriarch with me. People went nuts. People went nuts for that. She's getting more famous than me, so she's going to take over soon. So Noemi is Noelle's mom. Noelle was one of our second-year girls who came to iTry as a really different girl than we know now, right?
Yes,
when I first met
completely.
Noelle, she was very shy. She was very shut down. She was just kind of a shell. And I didn't know why. I didn't want to know why. I just knew here was a girl who was put into my life to love. And
Thank you.
yes. And throughout her journey in iTry, I got to witness Noelle transform and open up and smile again, and the smile could light up the whole city of Manhattan. Is this girl's light and smile. So it wasn't until much later that I had learned why Noelle was sort of shut down when I first met her, and the reason was that just the month before she was selected to participate in iTry, her family had been through a tragedy where
I'm like Theresa said, good morning everybody. My name is Noemi Sanchez and I'm a super
survivor.
Super survivor.
Look in the camera.
From domestic violence, and that Theresa tell you about when she met Noelle is we have a big incident in my house. The father of my daughters, he tried to kill me, and that's why Noelle is in trauma. They take many years. Still, she's in therapy. We are still in therapy because this is a trauma, big trauma we have. My kids, they are at home when my ex, they want to try to kill me, and sometimes the violence we think is only like hit the person, but that's not my violence I have with him is like verbally and psychology, and that's why Noelle is those kind of girls you can see. Even me, before I don't talk, I don't smile, I always keep my head down, but now no more. I have voice to say no more violence, and I love my girls, and I love iTry, and that's why I'm here. I mean, Theresa, Roden is one of those persons, they help me a lot. Together with other organizations I work in, and I can tell you about iTry is the best thing that can happen in our lives, including my other daughters, because sometimes they don't be a part of the triathlon, but they be a part on the side. To hear and to heal in Noelle is herself, and iTry, they help us to like tremendous, like I cannot, I don't have no words to say thank you to I Try. And that's why I always, Teresa asked me to do something for I Try and be here.
Yeah.
Because I Try changed my life completely in my daughter's life. And I saw in those past years, many girls changed lives. A lot of girls. I know a lot of those girls there, and I try, and that's why we ask for help. If you can help another girl, we can say thank you every day to you. I don't know. They donate money, time, uh, whatever.
Good energy, whatever you can send our
you
way,
can
we
give.
take. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what I love, I always talk about how the first with Noemi, you are such a different person now.
Completely.
Such a different person. I mean, you didn't speak any English when I
No.
first met you. I mean, bravo, because all your English, I still haven't gotten any better with Spanish. So I give you kudos for that. But you were so open. You were going through such a healing, and your entire family was. And when I think back, I think that it was such a privilege to be a part of that in just a little way, because what I didn't know was going on was that Noelle, everything she was getting from I Try, all of the empowerment that we do, so all of that healing, all that self-healing, the affirmations, I am strong, I am powerful, I am deserving, the visualization, all that we just talked about with Judi, Noelle was learning, but she was bringing it home, and
Yeah.
she was teaching you, and so you took that and then you ran with it. So when Noelle did her race, it was beautiful. It was absolutely, I mean, she didn't know how to ride a bike, right? At
No.
first, yeah, we taught her how to
No.
ride a bike, and she was so tiny. Oh my God, she was this
Yeah.
tiny little thing.
I still have her first
T-shirt.
T-shirt.
Oh.
She used and I try.
Yeah, oh, it was
Because,
so beautiful.
those moments for me is the big moments I have in my life with her, and also I learned from Noelle how you can be a power person when you do what do you like. And Teresa next year invite me also to be part of the triathlon for I Try, and I participate. Even I don't know how to swim, and I don't know how to run, because I cannot run, but I dance it.
She dances. If you ever see her, she makes me so nervous. But with the headphones on, and she's on 3 Mile Harbor, and she doesn't run. She dances. She dances and moves forward. It's quite the thing. But yeah, we did an adult version of our race called Turbo Try, and Noemi signed up. She learned to swim. She got on a bike, she learned to run, and we practiced together a lot, right?
Yes.
That was really fun. And so that was a moment,
Yeah.
because now her girls were there cheering her on, and it was truly
Yes.
the full circle of totally coming back to who you really are.
I am,
And
yeah.
you took all of that healing and now have created this new life for yourself, right? So
Yes.
we would talk all the time about what do you want to do? And so you just, she's the perfect example of just do it because it feels good. Don't do it because it's a career step, right?
Yeah.
So you started volunteering with
Yes,
Sepa
Sepa
Mujer,
Mujer.
which is a domestic violence and women's organization,
And
really for the Latin community.
Yes.
Right.
And also with I Try, with retreat.
The retreat,
The
exactly.
retreat is another one, and now I'm a part of the other organization they call Rural Migrant Ministry, and in Spanish is El Ministerio Rural del Migrante, and we help people. They are working in the fields like farm workers, and now I have a group of women, and the group of women we call Mujeres de Esperanza. And that group of those women is to help another women to healing things we bring with our culture, or we are bring from our country. And that's why I want to say always thank you to I Try.
Yeah.
Because those
But what I want to say is, so she started volunteering.
yes.
just giving of herself. She's still doing so much of that. Women call her all the time for advice because she's the success story, right?
Yes.
And they invited her to be on the board of Sepa Mujer, so she's a
Yes.
board member. She does a lot of speaking engagements and lobbying in Albany. She's been a part of big change that's come about. But because of that, because she just gave of herself and her time, she was being noticed for all of these skills. So her job now at the rural ministry is a paid position. She is getting paid to do what she loves to do, right? Could you imagine back then having this job that you have now?
I never imagined, but I'm working a lot, and now I see how when you do what do you like, no, like you do because they're gonna pay you. The thing you can do is do what do you like, and that way do with your heart, because that way when you do those things you can have happiness, and you can also give to the other ones hope, happiness, and also they can see they can do it wherever they want.
Yeah, I always say I'm the luckiest person alive, right? Because if you can do a job that you love, you never work a day in your life.
Yes.
This is a work day for me. Right? This is my job. Look what I get to do today. I get to be in this beautiful home surrounded by incredible people, talk to magical, beautiful souls like you. I'm a lucky girl. And anybody can do the same, right? No matter what your job is, do it with your heart, and then that's what you put out into the world, and then it comes back to you. It doesn't matter if you're sweeping a floor, painting a house, working in a bank. It doesn't matter. Do it with your heart.
Also, I do as a house cleaner, and also when people they say do you like that kind of work, I say every work I love to do because they help me to be happy. And to be a house cleaner is sometimes you think it's the bad work, but that's not, because you can transform every house you go. It's a different house, and you can do with and your imagination also those kind of works.
And you're putting love into what you're doing when you're taking care of somebody's home. What's more intimate than that, when you're doing it with love and leaving there with bringing the energy of love, so that when that person comes back to their home, they walk into this beautiful place like, it feels good in here. That was you. You brought that love into.
That's a part of I love to do, and this is Noemi.
Exactly. This is Noemi. Well, I'm not going to keep you. I know you have to get to work today. But thank you for coming. You look beautiful as always. Remember, I know Noemi has a lot of followers. She's gonna share some of our stuff today and encourage you. If you can, we can help girls like Noemi. I mean Noelle and her family, and just bring the impact so that any girl anywhere can benefit from I Try. So remember, text "What If 2020" to 44321. Help us get to our goal, 200,000. What do you think? Are you going to visualize it with me?
We're going to get it.
Okay.
And I count with you guys. And
at 6:30 tonight, I want you to come back on and watch and watch us celebrate.
Say, we did it.
We did it. Exactly. I love you. I love you.
Okay. Thank you, Theresa.
Hold this. Go see Tia.
Okay.
And
see you.
Bye. I love you. Mwah, mwah. And Tia, if we can get Jackie over, that would be great. All right, this is exciting. I am so excited. I'm going to drink some more of my coffee, take my little coffee break. Next up is Jackie Hilly, who you're going to get to meet, who has been an incredible supporter of I Try for many years. I'm really excited. She's also the executive director of New Yorkers Against Gun Violence, and has done magnificent work in that as well. So, hey Jack, come on in.
Hi Theresa,
Welcome
how are
to
you? Congratulations.
Thank
I'll take
you.
my dark glasses off so I can see you.
Good. Oh my gosh, these are adorable. I love them.
Those are my keep my feet warm shoes.
Yeah. So last year we did this,
yes,
remember?
we did.
just kind of off the cuff with Facebook Live, and look at us now.
It's amazing.
Right?
It's a bigger production
It's
than
a big
last year.
production, right?
You
Right?
have
But
so many great people working with you
I know.
today that are such an addition to our team. I mean,
know.
it's fabulous.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
Right? I know. Just, dream big and the pieces kind of fall into place.
Yes.
And you've kind of witnessed that. I remember our first conversation, we sat at Golden Pear and we just talked, and God, I knew nothing. You knew I knew nothing. You're like, okay, if you have questions, you can ask me. But you've been the executive director of New Yorkers Against Gun Violence for so long, and here I was, this, person who just had an idea, and then all of a sudden I'm an executive director. Like, what the heck? I'm not prepared for this. But you have always been.
I think that's an example of the way in which we learn from each other. Yeah. And I think I got right away that you wanted that to be expanded to include girls in our community that may not have had the opportunities that we had to meet other people, to think of other avenues of growth, and just to be exposed to things. So I was on board right then and there.
I know, and you really have. From that day on, you've just been such an inspiration and a mentor to me personally, and now you have really stepped up and have led our mentoring program, which has been phenomenal and has really grown and changed. So the first year, we decided we were going to do a mentoring day, if you remember.
Yes,
and
exactly.
You helped to organize that. Do you want to kind of talk about
So
how that
I think
was?
the first time I was thinking of models that I had for other teen conventions that I had done in other organizations, where you could bring young people together and have them have discussions about things that were important to them, because one of the fundamental principles that I've always had with working with youth was that the youth will tell you what they need, and they'll also give you big hints about the way to do it the right way. Not to talk at them, but to just continue to listen to them and to try to find resources that you might have to advance what their vision is. And so I think that's what we did from the first.
Yep.
And we had inspirational speakers who you brought to the table, and I think it grew from there, both in the enthusiasm of the girls and also enthusiasm of the mentors who came and wanted to be a part of your efforts, wanted to see that through.
Yeah. There's a little hammering going on. We're just going to push through. Okay. Yeah. So that's really grown over the years, and because we were so inspired by what the girls were getting, and like you said, what the adults who were involved were like, this is amazing. We want to be more involved. We want to, have more impact with the girls, and so we started small mentoring groups.
Yes.
Right, where we invited mentors in to meet with the girls, and really activity-based.
Yes.
So what were some of the activities that we did that?
So we did amazing. First of all, we asked the girls what they were interested in. So girls were interested in neuroscience and very different cosmetology. Yeah. They were interested in sports medicine. They were interested in learning about more sports. So what we did was we really went to the list of people who were the mentors who came to our mentoring organization meeting, and then asked people who fit those categories if they would come in and have a more intimate conversation with the girls about their careers and their aspirations, and ask questions, and that we would have a smaller roundtable discussion with the girls so that they could visualize. I think really has been the hallmark of your leadership, to visualize themselves and hear from people who had gone through the same kinds of struggles that they had gone through, whether they were college students that didn't really know what kind of a path to follow in their studies, or kids who had been the first people in their families to go to college, so had no idea what the physical experience would be like.
Yeah.
And so we were, I think, trying to give them a visualization of what the world out there looked like and how they may be in that process themselves, which is exactly what you do every day for them.
Yeah, one of my favorites was when we went to Stony Brook.
Yes.
Because so many, we know what we do for our children, right? And so like your children are growing up, and around the kitchen table you're talking about when you go to college and what, and I remember with Abby, we, freshman year, sophomore year, we were going to college campuses and we were looking and being on them, and she got to feel what that felt like. And when we talked the first session with the girls, I remember one of the girls saying, I really want to go to a college campus. I don't know what any of that's like. So we were invited to go to Stony Brook to a neuroscience lab. which was phenomenal. But so the girls got to be in the lab and see how the experiments are done and look at the slides and meet the the professor who leads this, who's a woman, who's a really big supporter of iTry, Ariana Mafi, if you're watching, thank you. You've already supported us, so thank you. But all of her students, except for one, were young women, and that was powerful for our girls to really be in that energy. But then after that, the best part for them was that we then went to the cafeteria, and they got to eat and be with students and kind of get the feel of what college could be. Of course, now college is a little different right now. We've got some girls dealing with all of that, but it's really been so powerful. One of my other favorites was when we went hiking. Right, we've done 2 hikes. One we did with Ann Welker, who is phenomenal, and I hope you're out there watching today too. And she led us on a really great hike out in Napeague. Remember?
That was
really
fabulous.
Fun.
Really.
Yeah, and then I'm sorry that I won't remember the naturalist's name, but last year we did one at 2 Holes of Water. And that was phenomenal too. So I love that it was very much iTry, right? So we were active and connecting, but being in nature and learning at the same time. And it was
amazing because I think it was connecting not only the girls, but us to the place too. And the fact that in the first walk that we took with Ann Welker, she talked about the historical fishing industry out here and how it had changed. And I felt like we were a part of a continuum for the people who had lived there before. And I think it was wonderful because some of the girls that were with us had family histories that included the fishing industry and other parts of the terrain out here. So I think
they added to the conversation. Jules, who you'll meet later on today.
Jules was amazing.
Right? She's a Lester. Anybody from East Hampton will know the Lester family. And Jules has really committed to learning that history and is really tied to it. And so it was so fun. We came upon this place. Remember that? It was like this concrete thing, and we were all guessing, what do we think it is? What do we think it is? And Jules said, oh, I'll research it when I get home. And like within a half hour, she had texted all of us. And do you remember what it was?
It was a concrete block that was meant to preserve the fish.
Ice.
With ice. It was an ice house to preserve the fish after it was.
Isn't that something?
Yeah, it was really amazing. I think there are so many resources out here among the people who live here, and it's really just an introduction. Like when I think of iTry, I think of opportunity. It's an opportunity to meet somebody or be someplace or be a part of something that you may not have ever pictured yourself being a part of, because you just lack the introduction, or you lack the transportation to get there, or you didn't know that it was even right here. When I first moved out here 6 years ago, even though I grew up on Long Island and have been here really my whole life, I thought, God, I didn't know this was here, and oh, I didn't know this was here. And that's the way I felt when I met you, because I thought, I can't believe this is here. This is great. So it's been a wonderful experience for me, and I think all the other mentors that I've spoken to, whenever I talk to them, they're totally happy. Do you need me this year? Would you like me to do this? I'm an artist, I can do this. I'm an architect. I mean, there have been so many things that have really enriched our lives. I think that's what the program is about. We feel great about our community. We feel great about the work that you're doing, and it's not even an ask to get us to support the work. It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure.
Well, it's really been phenomenal to have you as my friend and my mentor and my partner in this. And this season we are virtual, unfortunately, or fortunately, because it's allowing us to have girls who wouldn't be able to get here in person to be a part of it. And we do it on Wednesday nights on Zoom, and we've got quite a array of guests who are coming in and really talking to the girls about different career fields. Again, we did the same thing as Jackie said. We always start with what are the interests the girls have, and really build and try to get that for them. So that's what we've been able to do, and it's been
great.
Really great.
And if any girls are watching, I mean, we have wonderful speakers lined up. We have an Olympian coming. We have some police officers coming to talk about their career, and people in the military. I've asked a publicist who is a person of color to come and talk about the career opportunities and the kinds of books that they choose. And we had an amazing, wonderful young woman who went to East Hampton High School and talked about her career path and trying to decide what she wanted to do. And now she's getting a PhD in physical therapy. Just amazing. So
Yeah.
I say it's a learning experience for all of us, and the girls you're welcome to come because there's room for everybody.
Absolutely right. So a way that you can do that, our website is itrygirls.org, I-T-R-I, girls.org. So you can go there. There's a way to contact us. So if you have girls that may be interested in any of our programming, send us an email. We'll get back to you. And just don't forget, donate, because that's the way we really can bring it out into the world. So we're really grateful. Jackie, thank you so much for all of this time spent with us.
Thanks, Theresa.
I love you.
Love you too.
I love you. Okay.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. All right. How are we doing? Yep. All right. So let me have a little more of my coffee. So grateful for everybody who's here watching today. We've got a lot of great things coming up. Yep, let me actually look at our schedule. It is almost, are we taking a break or no?
Joanna's here.
Okay.
So I'm going to have her come.
You're going to have her come now. Okay. All right. So one of our board members, Johanna Salazar, is going to be coming in a few minutes. Alyssa, why don't you come on over and say hi real quick?
We're going to have you come on.
Come on, sit in the chair. Sit in the chair.
I just want to say I'm going to throw Jen under the bus because I texted her yesterday and I said, yeah, I'm throwing you under the bus. I texted her yesterday and I said, are you dressing casual? And she said, yeah, casual. So look what I'm wearing. And Jen, come here.
This is our staff. Yeah, okay.
I don't have cute casual, so this is not very
No, you dressed as if we've already toasted to 200,000. You're ready for the cocktail party.
my cocktail dress.
There we go. All right, I like that. We got before and after. And Alyssa, I went casual.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Finally.
Well, Tia looked at me and said, so did you bring something to change into? I'm like, this is me. I'm doing Intensati soon. I have to be comfortable. Later, when you tune back in at the cocktail party, I may do a costume change. So.
Ooh, I brought nothing else, so this is what you get. I have a sweatshirt and a jacket.
I don't know. We'll have one of the girls bring you something,
Yeah,
or
girls,
give you a
girls.
necklace.
Yeah, give me something nice. Donate a dress.
Yes, we have to dress as if, right?
Yes. Donate a dress like we made $1 million.
Ooh, imagine. Yes, you know what? Out there somewhere, there's a big donor who's going to be like, you know what? I love these people. You know what? I got an extra $1 million in the bank. Why don't I just send it to them? You can just go right ahead and text that $1 million to What If 2020 at 44321. I know you're out there.
Yes, please. Thank you. Or a nice dress, some nice outfits.
Dress, diamond earrings. I will take anything at this point.
Anything.
Oh my goodness. So later on this afternoon, Alyssa's going to be taking over. Alyssa's our program manager. When I say I'm a master manifester, I manifested this. So early on in iTry, the first, 4 years or so? I don't know. It's been so long now. It's been my life. But I did iTry. I was the only one, right? It was all, I did every group. And we were thinking, we want to expand. But at that point, I didn't know. I didn't know if somebody else could do this, right? I didn't know if iTry would work if it wasn't me. And that sounds conceited, but it was. I was like, I don't know. And so we decided we were going to do a search and look for someone. And I'll never forget writing the help wanted. The help wanted ad is just the worst. I have to find it someday. We have to save it. But it really literally said, we're looking for someone who gets it. That's what it is. And meanwhile, my visionary dream was I just kept singing the song from Mary Poppins where they're dreaming about who their nanny's going to be, and that's what I wanted for this position, right? She must be kind, she must be pretty, very smart and very witty. So I get an email from this young woman, Alyssa Channon, who lived, where were you living? In Great Neck or?
Plainview.
Plainview. Lived in Plainview. And I'm reading her email to me about how the universe is crazy, and she had just done a triathlon with her mom, and she was just watching TV and she saw this news interview about iTry. And then somebody said, hey, did you see this crazy Help Wanted ad that said triathlon program? Somebody who gets it. And she's like, this is just everything I've ever dreamed of. And I start crying. Abby will tell you, we'll have to tell her later. And I'm like, Abby, come here. Oh my God, read this. And she reads it and she goes, Mom, this sounds like you if you were 20 years younger. I'm like, I know. And then I sent it to some of the board members and they go, she sounds great, but it's really far. Is she gonna really come? And I'm like, I don't know, I really hope so. And so then we interviewed you. I think I cried the whole way home. I was like, I totally manifested Mary Poppins. I did it. And it has been incredible every day since, Alyssa. The most incredible thing that's ever happened to me personally and to iTry.
Oh, thank you. Don't cry.
It's early to cry, but I have to cry because not only have you brought so much joy and light to iTry and me, but the girls adore you, and you open your heart. I don't know if you remember in the interview, and this every interview we do now, this is what I say, you know, we have a great coach. We have Sharon. She's going to make sure that they are ready physically. Your job is to love them. And that's a really big thing to ask of somebody, for you to love with all your heart. And I remember telling you then, and we've seen it over and over, that sometimes the girls who are the hardest to love are the ones who you have to love the most. And you've done that in spades, better than I ever dreamed, more than myself. It's absolutely incredible, Alyssa, and I'm so grateful, and I love you.
Thank you.
Beyond.
Wow, this feels really good.
Yeah, good. All right, I have a big announcement to make. We need to do our first drum roll of the morning. Ready? We are now up to $95,000 on our way to $200,000. Okay, all right. I love you guys. Remember, text "What if 2020" to 44321. I almost forgot. I'm verklempt. I'm crying already. I'm whatever. So you guys are going to get much more of this beautiful soul later on this afternoon when she's going to be doing. Yes, absolutely. Remember, if you donate $100 or more, your name gets put into a raffle, and we're going to be talking about the raffle prizes. We've got really amazing prizes going on. Yeah, Jen, can you do a little Vanna White with our thermometer?
Yeah, she's dressed nice enough for it.
And then if you, Alyssa, you pop up and we'll get Amy, Mike. Look, can you see it?
Can we see the thermometer? Look, I thought I would be coloring much later in the day, but I'm already coloring all the way up to the 100,000. I can't work the easel though.
That's all right. That's okay. Oh my goodness, look at us.
Look at this. It's amazing. Thank you everybody who's donating.
We are almost halfway there. All right, come on everybody. We need to keep rolling. What? Okay. All right, everybody. We're going to take a 5-minute break and we will be back. So keep those donations coming. Thank you so much for all your time. We're out.